Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so glad to be here and to finally get this show off of my deck. First of all, if you don't know, this is the Saturday rare edition of the Tracy Show. We usually go Tuesdays and Thursdays. I didn't do a Thursday last week because I just had like a bunch of stuff to do. So before we get started, got a bunch of bills to pay here. We're gonna just go to subscribe to the channel. I was up to 260, now I'm down to 258. I don't know where the two subscribers went. But if you could please subscribe, I want to get to 300 so bad. It's like right there, but I can't seem to get to it. So subscribe. Also, when you subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when I go live. Um, subscribe. You can follow that link there, or you can always just click on the red button that'll say subscribe, or the black button in the near the comment section. Subscribe. Also, follow me on Rumble. I have been trying for the longest to get 5 followers on Rumble so that my live platforms will include um, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So far, it's just me following. So go to the Rumble page. You see it right there. I'll probably refer to it several times during the show. Go to my Rumble page. All you gotta do is just follow. If I can get to 5, that means I can podcast on, again, Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. That's my goal for 2025, but I need 5 followers to do it. So go to the Rumble page and follow. Support me on Patreon. Um, Goes without saying, it takes money to do this. Now I know you're looking at my bedroom here and you're saying, oh, poor thing, she can't afford a green screen. I can't. And you were exactly right. I cannot afford a green screen. So by supporting me on Patreon, you help me to buy better equipment, um, things that I need, like the hosting fee for StreamYard and Zoom, which I'll have an announcement about that at the end because I'm bringing a show back and you'll be excited to know about that. But it takes money to do those things. Again, you can support me on Patreon. Um, Support me on GoFundMe. I am trying to raise $1,500, and that is to get my website back. Because I need to get the hosting for my website back. I want to pay StreamYard for at least a year. I want to pay Zoom for at least a year. I want to pay get editing equipment. Um, I just need a lot of things. I wish I didn't have to beg for money. It's going to sound like I'm going to be begging, but I don't have $1,500 sitting around. So any contribution, $1, $500, anything is appreciated. And thank you very much in advance for that support. Remember also the website to do that is https semicolon backslash backslash gofund.me backslash 1698 B as in boy 793. Also remember to um the podcast. Getting likes helps us boost in the algorithm, um, because we've been kind of low on our likes here lately. So if we could get those up, um, that would be great. Also, comment. Please comment. If you're watching live, feel free to comment in the comment section. I see a couple of people on right now. So if you want to comment, please do. You can also comment after the show goes live, but always comment, and most important, share. If you have Facebook, Twitter, which I won't call it X, um, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I think you can share it on, but it's just like a link. I don't know how to share. All I know is Facebook and Twitter. Those two you can share. Or if you have the email, you can email the link to the show to one of your friends, your family, your cousin. Doesn't matter. Just share. Sharing will, one, help me to get those 300 subscribers that I need just to feel good about this year. And it will help people become more aware of the show. So, on to today's topic. I am talking about my problems with superhero shows of my childhood. So, growing up in the 80s, the greatest decade ever, I got to watch a lot of superhero shows. I watched The Adventures of Superman, which, okay, it wasn't in production then. I watched it in syndication. I got to watch Mighty Mouse, Underdog, The Incredible Hulk, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, all types of shows that I got to watch. And there's some, and I'm not going to go over all those shows. I basically have narrowed it down to three. Because I have some things I want to talk about here at the end. So let me move this light so you can all see me and not the background. So I basically have narrowed it down to three. So I'll be talking and keep this mind. I will not be sharing clips off of YouTube on my screen because YouTube likes to take me down. So I'm not going to share. I'm just going to describe the show and do my very, very best. So please forgive me. It won't be any clips shared. I'm not even sure if I can share a picture. But like I said, I narrowed it down to three. I may expand to four as I'm going along. So the first show I want to talk about is, wait a minute, hold on a second. Because I do want to read the description of the show so you'll understand what I'm talking about. And of course, I can't find what I need. You know what? Okay, guys, hold on just a second. We are just gonna have some fun here. I literally just had my phone because I said, oh, I'm gonna just watch this on my phone and just describe it. Boo. So now I'm gonna have to use my tablet. Sorry, I think I left my phone in the other room and now I'm podcasting. I can't get up and go there. So I'm going to discuss first The Incredible Hulk TV show. So, and I literally had this on my phone. And of course, I didn't think, oh, bring the phone in here. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out when it ran and all those type of things. Okay, got it. That was pretty fast. So, The Incredible Hulk is an American television series based on the Marvel comic characters, the Hulk. The series aired on CBS Network and starred Bill Bixby as David Banner. So I think in the comics, his name was Bruce Banner, but on the show, his name was David Banner. And Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk, and Jack Colvin played Jack McGee. Premise of the show, A widowed physician and scientist is presumed wait a minute, hold on here. Here's from mama here. Okay, so in the series, David Banner, a widowed physician and scientist who is presumed dead, travels across the United States under assumed names and finds himself in positions where he helps others in need despite his terrible secret. Now, what's the terrible secret? Okay, so if you don't know anything about the Incredible Hulk, David Banner, when he's angry, turns into the Hulk. I think it's because some gamma rays, something causes this reaction. Like he's doing an experiment and the gamma rays or trioraids or whatever they are, they get on him and he, like when he turns angry, he turns to the Hulk. I'm trying to find it here and here it is right here. So David Banner, MD, is a physician and scientist employed at California Culver Institute who is traumatized by the car accident that killed his beloved wife, Laura. Haunted by his inability to save her, Banner and his research partner, Elaine Marks, studies people who are able to summon superhero strength during moments of extreme stress. Obsessed with discovering why he was unable to exhibit such super strength under similar circumstances, Banner hypothesizes that high levels of gamma radiation, I was right, gamma radiation, and sunspots contribute to the subject's increased strength. Impatient to test his theory, Banner conducts an unsupervised experiment in a laboratory, bombarding himself with gamma radiation. Now, there it is. However, the radiation equipment has been recalibrated and Banner unknowingly receives a massive overdose. He initially thinks the experiment fails when he injures himself while changing a flat tire. Banner's anger transforms him into a 7-foot tall, 300-pound, green-skinned superhero creature who is driven by rage and only has primitive intelligence. The creature refers to Banner when he calms down. Now, first of all, that's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So, basically, he overdosed on some gamma rays, right? So, that's my number one problem with this show. So, he gets this gamma ray stuff, right? And so, it causes him to somehow, because Bill Bixby was not 7'1" or 7 feet tall. Neither is Lou Ferrigno, but okay, that's my second problem. So, he goes from maybe 5'7", 5, maybe, let's just say that Bill Bixby is 6 feet tall. I don't know how tall he really is, but we're going to just settle at 6 feet tall. The gamma rays cause him to turn into a 7-foot tall person. Then when he calms down, he goes back down to 6 feet. Are you serious? Are you completely serious? That literally makes no sense. So he's 6 feet tall when he's, because again, I don't know how tall Bill Bixby is. So he's 6 feet tall, and I wish I would, maybe I should know how tall Bill Bixby is. That's where it's getting to. So let's just say that Bill Bixby is, again, 6 feet tall. So he grows to 7 feet and 330 pounds. Then when he calms down, he shrinks back to his 6 feet, 330 pound. I don't understand how people didn't say, huh? Like when creating this character, did Marvel think, wait a minute, that's about the and they could have changed things for the TV show, because this right here just sounds stupid. Like, how do you grow from, again, we're giving him 6 feet. We're just saying Bill Bixby was 6 feet tall. I have no idea how tall Bill Bixby was. But to grow there and 330 pounds. So not only does he shrink in size, he also loses weight. Where's the baggy skin? Where is the baggy skin? If you lose weight, like I'm trying to, and you've been heavy, and you just get so heavy, and once you lose weight, you're gonna have baggy skin, right? You're gonna have baggy skin because you recently lost weight. Where's it at? It's like, yes, I know you're supposed to like suspend your beliefs when you watch a show, but this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, um, that's the first thing. So here comes the second thing. Da 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 da. Da. I'm trying to pick up the paragraph. The creature reverts back to Banner when he calms down, and since Banner is unable to remember what occurs in his transformative state, he goes to Mark for help. The two of them slowly piece together what happened and investigate the nature of the metamorphosis and the possibility of a cure. Their efforts are hindered by a tabloid reporter, Jack McGee, who initially investigated Banner and Mark's superhero strength, but now suspects them of being connected to reports of green skin monster roaming the area. While snooping around the laboratory, McGee unknowingly triggers a fire, because that happens like all the time, and Banner rushes back in the laboratory to save Marks, only for the creature, the Hulk, to emerge from the fire with her in its arms and dying. Mistakenly believing that Banner was killed in the fire along with Marks, and the creature was responsible for the death, McGee publishes a story naming the creature the Incredible Hulk as the killer and urges law enforcement to capture him. Believed to be dead, Banner grimly resolves to travel from place to place, assuming different identities and odd jobs to support himself and enable his research for a cure. He also finds himself obliged to help people in perilous situations that triggers his transformation into the Hulk, which in turn attracts the attention of McGee, who is obsessively pursuing the mysterious creature across the country, both to prevent violence and to bring legitimacy to his story. Despite the rampages, the Hulk usually does good for people. Banner encounters his travels. Each episode inevitably, this is my favorite part, ends with Banner back on the road with heartfelt that the Hulk's appearance will bring unwanted scrutiny from the authorities and even persist on ever persistent McGee. Okay, so he's traveling. Second problem. So he's traveling place to place, right? Where's he getting this money at? Yes, he hitchhikes, which is dangerous, and never hitchhike. Never ever hitchhike. But he hitchhikes. Doesn't the person driving him want gas money? I mean, what is he do? Like, what? Like, where is he getting this? Where is he getting money to eat? Where is he getting money for all these clothes changes? Which is what I'll get to here in just a moment. So he's 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 traveling across. He's doing odd jobs. Okay, so assuming that he's getting his money through these odd jobs, I'm assuming that's where his money comes to eat, sleep, stay in a hotel, blah, blah, blah. So if he doesn't have memory of what he was when he was the Hulk, what? I'll get to that in a second. So again, he's getting odd jobs. They're paying him cash, and that's how he goes town to town to town. Nobody notices that his clothes look different after he reverts back to David Banner. Like, everybody's just A-okay with his clothes, and he changes to... So when he changes to the Hulk, keep this in mind. When he changes to the Hulk, he's changing into a 7-foot tall green monster who has primate skills, which means the Hulk doesn't know how to talk, and can only like exhort anger. Like he's not gonna be happy. Except for that one episode where he picked flowers with them little kids. But that's okay. So, and remember, if you're watching, comment, say hello, so I know I'm not out here by myself. So he changes back to 6 foot tall David Bixby or David Banner, and nobody notices his clothes are like wrecked up. Like you just go along with this. You're just buying him like, well, he split his pants again. Guess we gotta buy him some more. Of course, they wouldn't know that he's a Hulk, which would make kind of sense. But again, when he changes from the Hulk back to Banner, right? He like increases in size. So his clothes are like tattered and shattered. Clothes don't shredded. His clothes are shredded. So it's like, okay, he just walks in the store and just like nobody notices that this man is walking around with just that little part not even exposed. Like, that's my other problem. That's my other problem. Let me get this right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think about what this is. I'm trying to think. How tall is Lou Ferrigno? Okay. I'm going to find out how tall. How tall is Lou Ferrigno? How tall is Lou Ferrigno? Okay, so according to Google, Lou Ferrigno is 6'5", which that's pretty tall. But he's not 7 feet either. Why did they have to make it a 7-foot creature? And now, because I'm here, how tall was Bill Bixby? 5'9". I done made the man 6 feet and he was only 5'9". They need to stop. Stop this man. They didn't even think, okay, let's change it up. Because Lou Ferrigno is 6'5" and Bill Bixby is 5'9". So let's change it up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ouch. Well, we got a fire truck going. He was 5'9". Nobody sat there and thought, gee, he's 5'9". He's supposed to change to 7 feet. And then the actor playing the Hulk wasn't. Oh my gosh. Why do they think we're this stupid? Woo. Okay. So I got to get back to my tangent about the changing clothes. Because this one makes me the silliest, stupidest thing. I'm going to find this phone because this is really making me mad. I literally had all this on the phone. So when David Banner changes to the Hulk, again, he turns into a 7-foot tall creature who's actually 6'5", but okay, whatever. So when he changes to the Hulk, he increases in size, right? So his clothes tear. How come his shirt completely tears, but his pants don't? Anybody with that answer, just let me know. Because that literally makes no sense. And I'm not going to get graphic, but wouldn't everything increase? Like, you don't just, like, if I, like, increase to 6'4", right? Everything on me is going to increase because now I'm taller, right? And then, of course, the Hulk increases in size. He increases to a 330-pound person, which I know Lou Ferrigno was never 330 pounds. He's like maybe 230, 235. But and they would just leave just the pants, right? The pants would come up to the underwear area. That would be it, like covered up. And thank goodness you have to keep it PG-13. But like that's the only part. Like his shirt came completely off. Pants, not so much. The pants would shred like right up to the underwear area and just be like, okay, we're just gonna keep that covered, but not the rest of them. Like they could have been like when they were making this show, they could have been more consistent. Like I feel like the actors that they got, they were good. But they could have changed the origin story, right? Because comics do that all the time. Like you would make it like, hey, he turns from 5'9" to 6'5". Okay, well that makes sense. You're changing it. You already changed his name from Bruce Banner to David Banner, so clearly you were able to make changes, right? And it's just like they didn't think. They did not think. I mean, if it wasn't for the walking away music, I mean, that was like the best part when he was at the end and hitchhiking to the other town. Um, but oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this don't make sense. Y'all got to start when you write a TV show. I know you have shows about aliens and hip hop artists riding in outer space or whatever, but there has to be some type of consistency, right? You can't just say he turns into a 7-foot creature and then the actor playing him is a 6'5". It's 6'5", and he didn't wear shoes. The Hulk never wore shoes. He out here just running around, no shoes. Well, okay, so David Banner's shoes would increase because his feet increase, right? Where did he get all these shoes from? Okay, he got it from the hijack money. But okay, so he just walks in the shoe store, assuming that's where he goes and says, "I can help you, sir. Well, I turned into the Hulk again, so I need some new shoes." I mean, of course, he's not telling them that he's the Hulk, but like you're walking into the shoe store, the clothing store, unless you were really good with a sewing machine, like where you gonna find one of those? Or a needle and thread? Like maybe that was it. Like maybe he sewed up his clothes, but then no, because he would have on new clothes. Where was he going to get these clothes from? Nobody questioned why he needed clothes. Like he just walked in the store and said, "Hey, I need some new clothes." Like what? Oh, yo, I had so many problems with this show. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved the show, right? Except for the ending. That didn't make sense, but then they made the movies. So I loved the show, right? But looking back on it, I'm like, what? Like he doesn't remember, and of course they didn't have this technology there. So he doesn't have any memory of him changing into the Hulk except for his shredded clothes. Okay, got it. If this were told in modern times, he could get a body cam, right? He could just get a body cam and be like, "Oh, that's when I turned." Like this whole thing, and the reporter that chased him around was like completely stupid. Like, was the newspaper just giving him money every time to chase this green person around, or did he quit his job? If he quit his job to follow and capture the Hulk, right? I don't remember that character carrying the camera, right? Because it wasn't like they had like cell phones that could record things, right? So they weren't carrying anything. He wasn't carrying a camera. He just had like I just remember like the notebook and a piece of paper. Who's taking your word for this? A green monster. Yeah, write that in the newspaper. You're gonna chase this down, and if you're still employed, the newspaper is still paying you money. That's another part. The newspaper is paying you money to chase this monster. No pictures, no type of evidence, but they're paying for you to go to all these cities. But what? He never thought to interview anybody. He never recorded anything. He just kept chasing him and chasing. I wonder did McGee actually capture the Hulk? That I wondered. Let me go. Because I'm just sitting here like, wait a minute. Hold on. Now I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Did McGee ever capture the Incredible Hulk? Okay. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it does. Okay. Okay. It says here. I'm just reading it. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Do you feel bad? Da 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 da. Didn't feel bad for Jack McGee. Hey, put your comments in the comment section. Am I just overthinking this? I'm trying to find. It says here that he did capture him in moviechat.org, but yeah, I don't think he did. Yeah, I'm going to go with no, he didn't. And then they made the Incredible Hulk movies. The one I remember was The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. That was like, let's see, Bill Bixby died in 93. So that had to be like 91, 92. Um, because this just does not make any sense. I'm just like, well I'm going to try to move on to the next show, but I really had the problem with this. I'm trying, yeah. I'm really trying. Because I'm looking up something else. And I literally had all of this pieced together on my phone, figured out how to open up multiple windows, and now my phone is in the other room. Okay. Let's see. This is the one I remember. The Death of the Incredible Hulk. 1990. Okay. But they don't tell the plot. I want the plot. When scientist Ronald Pratt and his wife are kidnapped, David Banner must become the Hulk for one last time. Well, okay. Now it says here he poses a janitor to get access to the lab so he can find a cure. Why did you think of that in the first place? I don't understand these shows. Like when they thought about. I'm trying. I'm gonna move on to the next show. Yeah, I promise. I'm gonna move on to the next show, but I'm just getting one more product description. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. Series exhausted years of race. Da, da, da. And the research is secret collaboration with scientists killing the whole of the critical. Okay. So I gotta calm down because that really, really made me. The show upset me because I'm just like, y'all didn't think about this. Y'all just let stuff. Oh gosh. Okay. So let me get a drink of water because I'm tired of this. Whew. So we're gonna move on to our next show, The Adventures of Spider-Man. Now, this isn't the cartoon with Firestar, Iceman, and Spider-Man. That was awesome. I'm talking about the TV. It was like, well, no, let me just describe it. Nope, let me just describe it. And of course, I'm not gonna read Spider-Man's background because it's like all these iterations of Spider-Man. There's only one Spider-Man, right? Peter Parker. That is the only Spider-Man. I'm not discussing Morales or Smith or Jones. No, no, no. Peter Parker. Right? Peter Parker. That's it. I'm not discussing these other um, people. I'm just not. Oh, wait a minute. Spider-Man's story is different. So, according to Wikipedia, I totally got the Spider-Man story wrong. Oh, let me go down. Spider-Man's secret identity is, and I didn't know this, Peter Benjamin Parker. Peter was depicted as a teenage high school student, an orphan raised by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben. His parents died in a car accident. Uh, blah, blah, blah. Background story. So apparently he got bit by a spider. Cause I'm sitting here like, what? After being bitten by a genetically modified spider, a shy teenager gains spider-like abilities that he uses to fight injustice. I'm sitting here thinking he's like a lab student, and he just, oh my gosh. Okay, Spider-Man TV show. Let's just go with this one. Let's just go with the TV show. Hopefully they didn't change his name. Okay, not the animated one. Oh, wait a minute. Because what happened was this was okay, so this was a little bit different than the Incredible Hulk. This is a Marvel comic. But I don't think this did not last a long time. It lasted maybe 4 episodes because what happened was they just did like a full movie, right? And that was supposed to launch a TV show. I wish I could. I wish I could show this in Google, but I can't. I could go my Google screen and just show, but I can't because they're gonna take me down. YouTube is gonna take it down, so I'm just trying to describe it to you all. Um, but it ran from 1978 to 1979, and it was like I said, it was a movie, and it was going to lead to a TV show. Well, if you see, what I'll try to do later is find it and then link it. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't hit me for that. Um, blah blah blah. Peter Parker, and I thought Peter Parker worked for a newspaper, right? You know, they call it the Daily Bugle, and he was a photographer. He was a grad student. Somehow received radiations. Blah blah blah. Uncle Ben is gone. But yeah, this is. Oh, y'all should see it. Here come my, and this is more of my problem with Spider-Man overall. So the 15,000 iterations of Spider-Man got to stop, right? We only got one Batman, Bruce Wayne. We only got one Superman, Clark Kent. We only got one Wonder Woman, Diana Prince. We don't need 17,852 Spider-Mans running around here And they did it even at this time. So, yeah, okay. That's my problem number one. Problem number two, the show was terrible. Like, just go to YouTube, just type in Spider-Man TV show 1978 through 1979. Terrible. It's like they took their smartphone. No, they took a flip phone and just filmed it. They said, okay, we don't have like an iPhone where we can make this kind of look professional. So what we'll do is we'll take this flip phone and then we'll just film it with that. That'll make it look really special. No, it won't. The actor that played Peter was also in The Sound of Music. Don't know why I brought that up, but just thought you want to know. His name was, hold on. I just had his name. I don't know who wrote this script. I don't know who sat down and said, hey, I'm trying to find this. Nope, okay. I literally just had it. Oh, I hate working with my tablet. Okay, we're going to try that one more time, y'all. What was the name of it? Y'all think she all unprofessional. I literally had this on my phone, y'all. I literally had this on my phone. It was all on my phone. Spider-Man 1978. 1978. Not Spider-Man. It's oh, here it is. Wait a minute, I'm gonna take this back. So it lasted for 2 seasons, and there were 13 episodes. Like I said, it was a movie, and they kind of chopped it up. And Chip Bills Kim um hmm, Common Spider-Man the first known as CBS from September to July. The combination rate success. It was canceled after 13 episodes. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to figure out who played these characters. Oh, Nicholas Hammond. Nicholas Hammond played Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And he was in The Sound of Music. Okay, I think, yep, Kim Phil's mother was in it. She played, I don't know, the janitor, the reporter, whatever character she played. So, here's the thing I don't understand about this show. Again, looked like they filmed it on a flip phone camera and just said, okay, whatever. But the writing, I remember, even like at 4 or 5 years old, because let's see, I was 4 in 78 and 5 in 79. It was terrible. I'm like they should have let Marvel write the comics, right? They just like, we don't care, just put it up there. I mean, and when so when Peter Parker would change into Spider-Man, and maybe this is an overall criticism, was like he wearing the Spider-Man uniform or costume underneath his clothes? Or did he, like, he can't do like Superman does, right? Go into a phone booth and come out. Of course, he can't do that anymore because there's no such things as phone booths. But Superman can go in a room, change, come out. Or just fly really fast and somehow his clothes disappear. But where did Peter Parker store his uniform? Like, did he wear it like all the time? Or did he just put it on during the situation? Because if he's putting it on during the situation, right, it's going to take like a long time for him to, and I'm assuming like these are just like legless, like maybe like pajamas, right? I'm not assuming that these are like a shirt, a pants. I'm just assuming it's a uniform. It's just one piece of clothing, right? With are the feet attached? I mean, are the feet attached, or does he have to put on socks? Because if he has to put on socks, he has to put on the uniform. By the time he puts on the costume, the whole situation is either over or it's escalated. So I'm just going to assume that he wore his costume under his clothes. But then if he did and it was hot because it's New York City, like what did he do to cool down? Like I know he put the web things in a cartridge, right? What if he like runs out? Like he's up there just webbing around, webbing around, webbing around. Okay, and that lets him go from building to building because he can't fly. Okay, it runs out or it weakens. Like you're in trouble. And in the show, the one thing that really annoyed me, really, 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 really annoyed me, was he didn't have a mouth. Spider-Man, if you look close at that costume, there was no place for his lips. It was underneath the mask. I'm like, well, wait a minute, he's talking, right? But you can't see his lips move, so it's like he's doing this. And I'm talking to you. Like, see how my words are muffled because something's covering my mouth? Like, imagine a piece of cloth. Like, put a piece of cloth on. No, I'll do it. So, take a piece of cloth and just put it over your mouth, right? And just start talking. See how when I'm talking, my voice is muffled? So, like, if he's yelling, he can't really hear because he's got this mask over his mouth. And the dang thing didn't have no eyes. He had no eyes. Like, he had these black holes, but there was no eyes coming through. So the eyes were covered and the mouth was covered. If the eyes are covered, how's he seeing where he's going? Like, does he have, like, special abilities now? He can see through that? He can see through that. Maybe it was, like, mesh, and, like, he could see, like, little bitty holes in it. But that didn't make any sense. I'm like, so he out here with... Oh, and his ears were covered. Like, his whole head was... his whole head was just covered. His whole head was just like this. Just like this. Just all like that. I can't do it because I don't have the clothing items to do it. But his head and his eyes and his mouth were all covered. Right? I'm like, how does that work? So the only thing that was good about it was like nobody was going to confuse Peter Parker and Spider-Man, right? Because you never saw Spider-Man's face, so you didn't know what he looked like, and he had that muffle on his mouth. So you're like, okay, he could sound like anything. I don't know. So I guess that part was good. But, like, he had, like, Uncle Ben, I guess, was gone. And he was just raised by his Aunt Mary or Martha or whichever one it was. It was one of them Bible names. I forget. I don't feel like going back and looking. But the show itself was terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. The filming, I said, was horrible. The acting, okay, so here's what I'll say. Because I said the writing was bad and the film was bad. But the acting, considering the scripts they had, it wasn't terrible. You could tell they like were putting in everything that they could. They just didn't have much to work with. Because nobody thought about this story. Yeah, like Spider-Man climbing buildings, which, okay, that kind of makes sense. Because he's a spider, he can climb buildings. But, like, why are they showing this? Who's going to climb up there to get him? Spider-Man had, like, what? A couple of people that he was against, or were against him. That green thing. Because, see, I don't know the Marvel comics at all. Don't know them. Don't care about them. I don't, Marvel, I don't know. The Green Goblin and the Sandman. Well, the Sandman, you could, and they never made it, like the big name villains that you were seeing didn't make an appearance on this show at all. They never had the Sandman. They never had Green Goblin. Not the Green Hornet. That was Bill Cosby. I'm just gonna say Green Goblin, and y'all can correct me in the comment section. Um, they never made an appearance, so it was like he was fighting like a crime unit. Um, Girl Scouts gone mad. Or like he wasn't fighting anybody that could meet his ability, right? You knew off of those 13 episodes that he was going to defeat the crook, the maid, the Girl Scout, the gangster. Like none of them could equal him, right? Like if they wanted to fight, well, Sandman is really not a villain because basically you just get a vacuum cleaner or a bunch of water and he's like gone. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. But just, oh my gosh, I cannot believe, like, they didn't think of it. They had, like, no good villains. Like, if you're going to have a super, and that's my problem with the Incredible Hulk 2, and my problem with my next pick. They never have good villains. They just have, like, ordinary people, just no powers, just none. Like, what, these people are going to come at Spider-Man? He can swing building to building. He can climb buildings. He has 30 times his strength. So he's incredibly strong. Nobody knows his identity because he's got that mask covering his eyes and his mouth and his ears. Like, get somebody. Make up a good villain. Oh my gosh. Bad villains, bad villains, bad villains. Next show I got a rant against Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman, because this is DC, I'm going to know the whole backstory. So, except for where is Wonder Woman from? She's from some island in Greece or Athens or someplace. Wait a minute, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get this right. If I got everybody else's right, I'm going to get hers right. Okay. Wonder Woman. Okay. Ha 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 ha. So Wonder Woman was created. She was never born. So her mother, Queen Hippolyta, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Hippollyta, she prayed to the gods for her daughter to become like a living creature, right? Um, and she was Amazonian or Amazon. She was an Amazon, not the shopping platform, but she was from Amazon, and she was given strength by the Greek gods. Um, She was raised on an island with all women. Like there were no men on this island at all. Just all women. So she was created, given strength, given superhero strength by the Greek gods. I thought she was from Greece. But okay, let's keep going. Um da 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 da. Let's see. She went to, I don't know what city she went to though. Finally a comment. Thank you. I was like, that was, I could not think of it. Thank you. That's where she's from. I was like, she's from, I know she's Amazonian and she was given strength by the Greek gods. Those two things I can remember, but I couldn't remember like where she was from. Thank you, Marlon. And hello, thank you for checking in. Um, like I said, I know she grew up in an island with all women. There were no men. But when she came to America, where did she go? Let's see. Okay. Da 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 da. Let's see. Now, Wonder Woman also had a TV show. And this one, oh boy, this one's got a whole series of problems that I want to talk about. I'm just gonna bring it up and just describe to you, cause like again, when they do superhero shows and then they make them into TV shows, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna just forget everything about. We're not gonna reference the comics at all. We're just gonna make up stuff. What we gonna do? It don't matter. Give her a daddy, give her a mama, give her a brother and a sister. No, she was created by the gods. I mean, created. Her mother wished she was a living girl, kind of like Pinocchio, but not quite. Now this show was also on. I was from 75 to 79. So by the time it went off, I was 4. They never tell. And here's a fact. Wonder Woman used to wear pants. If you look in the DC comics, she had on pants. She never had on, like, I don't want to call it bikini bottoms, but that's basically what she wore in the show. She wore a pants or like those shorts, cool-offs. So yeah, here it is. Okay. The show Wonder Woman had a whole bunch of problems. Whole series of problems. So if you remember this show, I'm going to get to the biggest problem last, because I'm like, y'all got to be joking. I'm not that stupid. First problem. When she turns into Wonder Woman, she spins around and changes from her normal clothes to her Wonder Woman clothes. So basically, she's the same height, the same build, except for Diana Prince wears glasses and Wonder Woman doesn't. And didn't nobody think, gee, they look alike? I mean, they're sitting here looking at two people who are one, never in the same place at the same time. This isn't like Superman, right, in the comics, where he would put on the glasses, and the glasses would hypnotize people so they wouldn't know that Clark Kent and Superman were the same. This is just, yeah, let's put a pair of glasses on her. That'll make her look different. No, it won't. Like, if I wouldn't got my glasses down, I'm still going to look like me. I'm not going to all of a sudden change appearances like, ooh, that's true. No, it don't work like that. Glasses don't make you look that different. You still look the same. And nobody saw, hey, you kind of look like, yes, Wonder Woman did have a secret identity. She was Diana Prince. And she had several jobs. She definitely had a secret identity, because when she was in the island over there in the Amazon, she was just Wonder Woman, and pretty much everybody else was Wonder Woman too. But when she came to the United States, she assumed the identity of Diana Prince, who worked in the military. So she was definitely secret. Not that they didn't, because some people obviously knew, because she would twirl around and change. Yeah, in the comics she did. Yep, now that part is true. The TV show made that up, and I'm exclusively talking about the TV show, basically kind of throwing in some things about the comics. Like, nobody thought, gee, y'all look alike. Are y'all sisters? Y'all twins, right? Right? Just accept it. Just put glasses on her. That'll make the difference right there. Another problem I had with Wonder Woman. Like when she stopped being Wonder Woman, did she twirl around to turn back into Diana Prince? Or wait a minute, backtrack. What happened to her clothes when she twirled around? Right? When she did that twirl thing and changed from Diana to Wonder Woman. Like what happened to her clothes? Like, is she just like all of a sudden just running around with her bikini bottom and her top and her little stupid rope and that? Oh, they didn't put the airplane in there. They didn't put the airplane in there. Thank goodness. That was the cartoon. But like, what happened to her clothes? She just so when she changed back to Wonder Woman, from Wonder Woman to Diana Prince, I'm just gonna assume she went back to her apartment to put on clothes. But like, how many times did she change to Wonder Woman? Because if she's doing all that twirling and she's got to change back from Wonder Woman to Diana Prince, right? She like, where did she put the clothes that she had on when she was Diana Prince? Did they just all of a sudden show up in a closet or something and she could go back in there and change it? Or did she like do a twirl and go back to being Diana Prince? That confused me because I did not understand it. Another thing I don't understand about this show. So if you read the comic, Wonder Woman was created in around the World War II era. And her initial mission was to fight the Nazis in the TV show. I'm just telling you when Wonder Woman was created. They did that for one season and then somehow changed to the 1970s. Are you serious? Like you just leaped decades and Wonder Woman never aged. Okay, Wonder Woman probably didn't age because she was a goddess. I don't know. No, Wonder Woman was not a goddess. She was from the Amazon, so I'm just going to assume she didn't age. But like, you changed from Nazi Germany era to the 1970s. You got rid of the whole original cast. Didn't explain the time leap. Didn't explain nothing. Same twirling around because again, that's just what you do. Like, wait a minute. You just jumped decades like that? I mean, the comic itself was created again, like I said, in the World War II era. So props to the TV show for keeping that the first season. Because like I said, when a show converts from comic to TV series, they just were like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to just call her whatever we want to call her. She had dark hair in the comic. We're going to give her blonde hair. We're going to make her black. We're going to do whatever we want to do. But they kept it. But then for some reason said, nah, we're going to put her in the 70s. And hello, Nelson. They did have the invisible plane. They had the invisible plane. You know what? I don't remember the. Maybe I got to go back and watch the episodes because I don't remember. I remember the invisible plane in the Challenge of the Super Friends. That's where I remember the invisible plane. But it was on the TV show? Wait a minute. No, yeah. No, because I got to find this. Oh no, I'm finding this right now. Because first of all, I didn't even know. Nope. I'm gonna just find it. I don't even care. It don't matter. I'm finding it right now. I'm watching this now to see. Okay, so I'm watching the introduction now, and I'm. Oh my gosh. There it is right there. They had the invisible plane. You know what, Nelson? Oh my goodness. I, they had the invisible plane. They had the invisible plane. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna finish watching this, and then I got some stuff I got to say. Okay, now they're just talking about who's on the show. Oh my god! And these people singing are just tripping me out. They had the plane. I don't understand this. I don't. They had the invisible plane, and I never noticed it. I never noticed they had the invisible plane. Them changing decades, I thought, oh well, that's the top. They just changed decades like shit and whatever. I have something that is really gonna make you mad at that show. Okay, tell me what it is. This is how she went from the island to the States. Okay, because I knew. Yeah, I just thought she just took a plane. Like, just a regular plane. Where did she park the plane? Like, it's invisible. They had the invisible plane. Yeah, they had the invisible plane. I didn't even remember the invisible plane being in that show. I just remember it being on the cartoon. But I don't remember, um, see, this is where I have problems. They don't do it anymore. Thank goodness. Turning superhero shows into TV shows and you just gonna forget common sense. You just say, you know what, common sense? Psh, you. We don't even care about you. We don't even care about you. And booted them for bringing Wonder Girl, Wonder Woman's little sister. I guess she was created too. Oh, and I think there was one episode I remember because I'm trying to give Marlon time to explain what's going to make me mad about the show before I go off. She had a cape, right? She had that red cape, like she was Superman or something. Girl, no, you wasn't. Um, I don't understand. I don't. Why the plane? Where was she parking the plane? What did she fuel the plane with? Like, where did she park it? If it's invisible, how did she see it? Did she just see the seats and just nothing else? Or is this one of those planes that Trump was talking about? What? Oh, yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. And then again, the decade change. Because to me, that's the most egregious. You're in Nazi Germany time, and then all of a sudden, it's 1970 something. Huh? You just gonna change like that? No explanation. No anything like, oh, she went to a different time zone, or a different time, or a different generation, or this is a continuation. Nope. We're just gonna change it. Just gonna change it. No rhyme, no reason, no nothing. Just change it for no good reason. Change it for no good reason. Just change it. That doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Just, oh well. Yes, they did skip decades, and that was the original Wonder Woman, but not the original Steve Trevor. The modern day Steve Trevor is the grandson of the original. You know what? Yeah, you got that right. I forgot this part. I forgot this part. I forgot that the grandson Steve Trevor was the grandson of the modern day one was the grandson of the Nazi Germany one. Oh, I forgot. You know what? Let me get to my announcement because you know what? This gonna make me mad all over again. And I wasn't trying to go no more than an hour, but I'm past that now. This mess don't make no sense. Skipping all them decades, and then the grandson, the modern day one, is the grandson of the other one, but didn't explain. Hey, how did that happen? Like he got married in between. See, she probably parked the plane in the same place her clothes went when she changed it to Wonder Woman. Oh, that's a good one, Nelson. Okay, everybody, we've had more than a great time for me sitting here complaining about shows in my childhood. Again, the 80s were the greatest decade ever. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, you could talk about the 90s, blah, 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 and the 2000s, or the 50s or the 60s, but the 80s had like the greatest, worst shows of all time. Um, and again, I apologize for taking so long to bring this. I was gonna do it Thursday, but Thursday just was not a good day. So I said, "Oh, I'll do it Saturday." Um, Tonight's show is a pre-taped one for Nelson, or maybe Marlon too. Sometimes he watches. Um, Tonight's show is pre-taped. It'll come on at 7 o'clock. That's congratulations to the 47th president, Dr. Cornel West. That is pre-taped. It will premiere at 7 o'clock p.m. But I am making a special announcement about a segment that I'm going to be bringing back the first of the year. On my Monday show, was it called Make Room for Tracy? No, that wasn't it. Time with Tracy or Talk with, whatever my Monday show used to be called. I had a segment called Idiot of the Week, and I'm going to bring it back. If you have suggestions on who, and I said next year, but I'm going to try to bring it back next week. Sorry, I said next year when I meant next week. So anyway, that'll be on the Thursday show. I'll do it on the Thursday show where I will talk about the idiot of the week. It could be a politician. It could be a sports person. Um, it could be anyone. So I'll bring that back and see how it works, and hopefully I'll keep remembering to do it. Um, Next Tuesday, I will not be watching the debate, but I still plan on going on live. Not very long because my intention is not to watch two liars just sit there and lie. That's just not my beat. That's not my thing. Don't want to do it. So I'm not gonna cover the debate. Maybe we'll cover it and do like a wrap up of it, but I don't plan on sitting down and just watching it because again, you're talking about two terrible candidates, and I just have no interest in watching it. So I'm the idiot of the week for. But, I'm the idiot of the week for showing Lara Trump's video on the show tonight. I'll be sure to watch it. And do turn into Saturday Night Vibes that comes on YouTube at 9 o'clock p.m. If I'd known you were in, I would have put your link up. Remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, like, share, comment, support me on Patreon, and you can always contribute to my GoFundMe campaign. Again, the goal is to raise $1,500 because I need new equipment. You all seen my bathrobe and my clothes. You don't want to see that. You want to see something that looks professional and something that looks nice and something that makes me look and feel like, hey, I'm putting out the best product that I can. So remember, the address is https semicolon backslash backslash GOFUND period ME backslash 1698 B793. We're going to play our outro music. And I will see you all on, I said Tuesday. I feel you. Thank you. Thank you, Nelson, because that's the only way I would watch it. Like, literally, the only way I would watch it is if the Cornel West is there. Any other circumstances? No, thank you. I don't have to. I don't have to. So I'm going to take myself down, play this outro. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Marlon, for making me remember about the grandson being the modern day one, being the grandson of the one in Nazi Germany, because I literally forgot about that. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to take myself down and play the outro. I will see you all Tuesday at 7 p.m.